We wanted to come to the place with the most Tesla hate, sort of the epicenter of Tesla hate. So we came here to Portland, Oregon. This is a place where many people who drive Teslas right now don't feel safe going out on the roads. There's a man who was arrested here for some of the most violent Tesla attacks. We've been investigating and found that he is a trans activist who, before his arrest, was training other people how to use firearms for self-defense. Take a look. Tesla attacks around the country. Among the worst in Salem, Oregon. A man dressed in all black, first seen throwing Molotov cocktails at the Tesla dealership, and returning a month later, shooting up the building with an AK-47. A neighbor gave me this video when the SWAT team showed up to arrest 41-year-old Adam Lansky. Neighbors say he cleaned and spray-painted guns outside his apartment and has a young son. We obtained this photo of Lansky wearing a blonde wig at a Pride event. The banner behind him says, "Queer Firearms Training." On the table, there are pistol targets, gun locks, ear protection, magazines, and ammo cases. I spoke to the person who took the photo.
I did notice that they had a gun belt on.
Yeah, I noticed that in your photo.
Yeah, I definitely think they were strapped.
And even more bizarre, we're told Lansky was giving out these stickers that say, "Together we can do powerful things." A gun surrounded by cartoon animals. Lansky worked at the First Congregational Church of Christ in downtown Portland. The pastor would not do an interview, referencing an ongoing criminal investigation and personnel matter. So how organized are the Tesla attacks? This online post on an anti-capitalist, anti-authoritarian news site is titled, "Don't Use Molotovs, Some Notes on Safely Burning Teslas." It gives specific instructions on more explosive methods. The Trump administration has called it domestic terrorism. Do you think that's too extreme a label? What do you think?
No, I think it's pretty accurate. They use code words and things when they're speaking, and it's made to inflame people.
Recall Elon!
A protest we went to outside the Portland Tesla dealership was timid.
We are not associated with anyone who is doing any kind of violence. They are not welcome here. That is not our mission.
But we did find some not exactly condemning the vandalism that we've seen across the country.
Destruction of property is a perfectly viable source of protest. No harming humans, obviously. Yeah. Human life is sacred no matter whose it is. But property these are just things. These are just cars.
And Leland, when she says these are just things, these are just cars, we've been talking to Tesla owners, even here in Portland, who, saved up, worked hard to buy those cars, love their Teslas. Many of them are liberal. They don't even like President Trump or Elon Musk, but they like their car. And they point out that Elon Musk only owns about 13% of Tesla right now, and that, as you mentioned at the top of the show, it's the most American-made car, employs thousands of American people, and they just don't understand why these Tesla dealerships are being targeted. Leland?
Yeah, and also in everybody's 401k and any other retirement fund you have. Couple of things. The groups that you talked to out on the street who said they were distancing themselves from violence, or certainly violence against people, it was a little unclear. Did they seem organized? Where are their orders coming from? Because it certainly doesn't seem spontaneous.
Yeah, there's a couple of different groups. There's about 5 of them. One of them is called Troublemakers. They're national organizations. And I think, like other protests we've seen in the past on the right and left, like the young woman I spoke to, who's the organizer, they want the protests to be peaceful. But when they have the protests, there are agitators who come out. There were some people up in the trees that we saw at the one here outside this Tesla dealership. So the intention is for them to be peaceful by some of the organizers, but they can't necessarily control what everybody does.
Brian, I'm still struck by up in the trees, probably watching. We've seen these groups be organized before. Antifa sometimes sort of has this umbrella organization that works in a lot of these, and they graft themselves on to various groups, right? It was BLM for a long time. Then came pro-Hamas, pro-Palestinian. Is that now just become the anti-Tesla groups?
In a sense, yes. I think there's a difference between some of the groups that are out protesting and then these more isolated groups that are actually going out and vandalizing the cars and shooting up the dealerships. Like the post that I showed online in the piece, that's from an anti-authoritarian message board, and they organize online a lot of these sort of fringe groups. So I do think there's a difference between them and some of the groups that we may see on Saturday that come out to protest that, are sort of older people driving by right now saying F Tesla, by the way. I mean, it's volatile here in Portland. It really is. The people who work in this dealership, I was in there for an hour yesterday talking to them. They're not allowed to go on TV, but you can imagine what it's like working in the Portland Tesla dealership right now, Leland.
Well, yeah, I remember what it was like working in the Portland federal courthouse when Antifa would attack it night after night after night. We remember those pitched battles between Antifa and a lot of federal agents inside those courtrooms. All right. Good to see you, Mr. Entin. Thank you, as always. Excellent reporting. The FBI has agents. We have Brian Entin. It's sort of the tip of the spear here. Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.